Hey there, and welcome back to the show. I am talking about your business agenda, your mission, your why, and why is that important? I was talking to my VIP Boss Up group this morning, and this is something that we did almost an entire hour training on. And it's been rolling around in my mind for quite a while now. And I think it's a good time to have a conversation about it, especially with just this boss up concept, which is business owner success strategies to unlock your potential, your profits with people. So, how do I bring all of that in with your agenda? Like, think about why you're in business. Why is it important for you to be in business? And what is your business goal? So, first, let's just answer those two questions. What is your business goal? So, how much money do you want to earn? How many people do you want to help? And why is that important to you? If you can't answer those two questions, pause this and go do some journaling, some dumping, dialoguing with yourself to get it. Because if you can't get those two important questions dialed in, you may struggle with wanting to quit and not being so committed and taking action steps every single day. So the reason this came up this morning is we meet every day. We talk about sales, marketing, branding. We do role play, so we do play out scenarios of if you had a consult, or how do you get someone to a consult, and if someone says no, how do you do follow up, or if they ghost you, what do you do? And these are really important things to know how to do as you're growing your business, because for many of us, we start off just wanting a job. So, really, there's no shame in this. We want to be self employed. We want to help people on our terms. We want to work when we want to work. We want to do what we want to do, and we want to get paid what we want to get paid. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have a 7+ figure goal, then that is a different scenario. You can get away with being self-employed and make multiple six figures, matter of fact, where you're just like, I show up, I'm dependable, I'm accountable, I help people, I give good value to the world, and I get compensated for that. Beautiful. I actually think there are more of you than they are people who want to be actual business owners and run a company and have employees or team members, to build something bigger than themselves. So a few weeks back, I asked Corinne Crabtree these questions on the interview that I did with her. And she said, I've just always known that I wanted to have a business and I wanted to offer opportunity for other people. Huge clarity in that. So I'm going to ask you, what is your agenda? At the end of the day, why are you in business? Is it to have financial freedom and time and to do what you want to do because that feels good to you? Because that has a different roadmap than if you are anything over $500,000 to millions of dollars. That is like a company where you will have to have deliverables and helpers, someone else to help you deliver, to help you market. It's just like, it's not reasonable to think about being a millionaire, multi-million dollar business in the path, the math and the path of the person who wants to just be self-employed. There's a lot of freedom in both, by the way. Self-employed, you might actually make more money than the business owner that has a company because your expenses are way less. You show up, you offer value, your overhead is you probably have way more profit. So I wanted to use the time and this episode to get clear about that. And what is the goal? What is the agenda? Why do you want to have your own business? This is something you could come back to every single day, especially when you're doing the things that are not fun, like marketing and sales and follow up and the uncomfortable stuff, deciding if you're going to run Facebook ads, if you have to hire a VA or someone to help you, like how do you start an email sequence? those things are not my favorite things to do. I very often question, do I just want to be self-employed or do I want to open a company and or start a company or build an empire? And the same thing keeps coming back to me. So the reason I wanted to get clear with my clients this morning is I don't want to like take my goal and my agenda and put it on them. And like, because there's an added pressure, because I'm assuming something. I'm projecting my needs, wants, and desires onto them. And that might not be fair. So I wanted to get some clarity around it, which is why I brought it up. So I keep coming back to I want to build something bigger than me that offers opportunity to healing focused entrepreneurs or intrapreneurs, meaning someone who wants to be self-employed under my guidance and umbrella of mind body coaching. That is what I keep coming back to. I try to put it away and put it down, and I'm like, I'm just going to travel. I'm going to occupy my time, but I am not satisfied. And I'm humbled to say that I do not want to drink margaritas on the beach. I am not striving for a day off. I don't want to sit around doing nothing. And that's my agenda. I do what I do because I want to serve more people, because I want to help people help themselves. I want to end these years, decades of unresolved trauma that's in the tissue of our body and our mind. I like doing that more than anything else. I prefer working with clients than being at the spa. Is that crazy? And when I realized this, I was reading some old text and I just kept bringing the question back to what do my clients really want? Like, why is it such a big deal to work too much or the fear of burnout? Or I don't want to do all that. I just want to do this. And I asked the question, like, at the end of the day, how much do you want to earn? And what would you be doing if you already had that in your account today? So I'm going to ask you the same question. Let's just say you have $1 million of cash in your bank account. What would you do? What would you do today? And how would your business model or your business plans change? Let's just go all. I know it's going to be hard. Maybe starting with $100,000 will help, because that's really what woke me up, is having over $100,000 of cash sitting in my account at the end of the year. And this is when I bought the van. I was just with like, what, what now? Like, I'm just not satisfied. Like, why am I not satisfied? And I've done a lot of reading on this, and you can look it up yourself. It's divine discontentment. It is when our soul purpose wants to experience and expand and explore and do more. It's when we want to reach our potential and never being satisfied until we have emptied out our tank of what is possible. That haunts me every single day. I was off this weekend and I was like, oh my God, it's not that I have a problem being by myself or just sitting around doing nothing. I just don't like it. And I have talked about this on previous episodes, how the world kind of puts their agenda on you and tells you how you should think or should be, how you should be thinking and feeling. And I'm like, it doesn't work. I don't like it. I want to work. I want to serve people. I want to help people reach their potential. I want them to be successful. I want them to break generational patterns that are haunting them. I want them to be empowered and wealthy. I want them to have options and freedom. I want them to express their deepest desire, which is to serve. That is my client. It might not be you. It is my client. We are healers and helpers. I know who we are. We are practitioners and massage therapists and coaches. We are wanderers of the world who want to be whole and complete and then help others do the same. We want our children to have a better opportunity than we did. We want our grandchildren to have more opportunity and a better way. I know myself and who my person is. I'm very clear about why I push the way I do, why I'm willing to show up week after week and do these podcasts and go live and do webinars and talk to people and spend hours. I spend at least 8 hours a week in group sessions and 20 one-on-ones, sometimes more. And I'm still wanting to do more. So when I look at having $1 million in my bank account, I'm not looking at that means I can take a day off. That means I can go on vacation. I can go to the mountains. I can sit on the beach. It doesn't mean that. To me, it means that I have more resources to help more people, that I can throw that into maybe ads so that we can contact more people, so that I can serve more people, so I can help more people, because that satisfies me. There was a time when I was the wounded healer and I had to do that to heal myself. I was trying to fix myself. But once I became whole and healed and fixed and bored, I wanted to help other people. So it's like this cycle that we go through. Most of us did not get what we needed and wanted when we were children. And we become helpers and healers in order to right that wrong. But once you do, once you resolve it, once you self-heal, once you become whole in your own right, it is natural to want to help other people and then to help the animal and plant kingdom and the world in general. So we become philanthropists by like we start organizations that can reach further. That is what wealth can do. And that is exciting to me. And that is why I keep staying in day after day, doing the hard things, exploring what have I not tried yet. And I want to ask you, why do you want a business? What is your agenda? What is your mission? What is your purpose? Why do you want a business? And why do you want it to bring in that much money? Because money needs to know what it's going to be used for. Wants to know what it needs to be used for. I said that backwards, but just think about this. If you are giving value to the world and you are already helping people, you are serving, there is nothing that will stop you receiving financial reward unless you have limited beliefs around money, unless you are creating barriers and blocks because of your past experience, because of your religious dogma, because of the environment you grew up in, because of your upbringing. That is the only thing, because man cannot reverse spiritual law. So the business owner success strategies is about showing up and serving. And maybe you create something bigger than yourself, and then you sell the idea to other people who come along and help you so that you can reach more people. And that's where the fairness act comes in, is if they contribute and they serve and they give, they also get. And that is what I want to build. That is my multi-million-dollar empire. It is not to put millions of dollars in my pocket. I don't think there's a problem with that. I just actually don't know what I would do with it other than invest it so that it can get more money, like so that it can return more money while I sleep than when I'm awake. But it is not because I'm going to get on an airplane and go hang out in an island and just sit around and drink Mai Tais or whatever. I wish it did satisfy me. I'll be honest. I wish I would be okay just floating in the ocean and sitting on the beach but it doesn't work for me. And the way that my brain behaves is it just has food talk in it when it's bored. It's like, what can I eat? What can I eat? What can I fix? What can I eat? That's all it knows. It doesn't have this sense of adventure that's bigger than me. Maybe one day I'll get there. Maybe that is what I'm secretly striving for, and I'm just not onto it. We'll see when I get there. But so far, that has not been proven, because I have been profitable, and that is not what I did. I was just like, how can I turn this into more? How can I reach more people? How can I bring in more opportunity? How can I hire someone? That is literally what I did with the money. So I would ask you, because that's the only way to know what's really going on consciously and subconsciously, is to look at what you're doing with it now. Are you holding on to it? Are you hoarding and protecting and afraid? Are you wanting to get more money so you can stash it and be safe? Because it's okay if you do, like maybe that is what drives you. It's not what drives me. Or are you looking at getting more so that you can help more? Or are you looking at getting more so that you can put it aside so that they can earn more? None of it is wrong and none of it is perfect. It's not going to be the same for all of us. It depends on what our sole purpose is. Mine is to serve people. I have known that since I was an itty bitty kid. I've always been a helper. It's always what made me feel good. For whatever reason, I don't care. I don't need to look into it until it doesn't work. I'm going to keep doing what does work. And I'm going to like extend that invitation to you. If you are a helper, a healer, a healing focused business owner, and you want to help more people, my suggestion is going to be to help more people and the money will come. Don't wait until you get to the other lawn and water the other grass to think that you're going to be able to do it. It doesn't work that way. If you take the action, you will be rewarded. And that is what I want to leave you with. If you take the action and you say you want to help people, are you striving for time off? Are you striving for vacation? Are you striving for hoarding money? Or are you using the money to help more people? Because I truly believe that's what has been the secret to my success is as I earn, I reinvest and I help more people. I help myself. I learn more. I teach more. I teach better. And I think that's what I'm being rewarded for. So I want to wish you the same exact thing. If your truest desire, and if you're listening to this podcast, and I think it is to help and to serve and to help heal, show other people how to do what you have done, just do more of that. Come into Boss Up if you want to learn about sales and marketing and branding and how to present yourself, how to articulate your message, how to meet more people and how to convert them into clients who are also winning. Then I want to invite you there too. We have a free webinar coming up, so I'm sure there will be a link here that you can sign up for. Okay, have a great week.